Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to another edition of Paisano's Music and Vinyl Talk. I am your host, Paisano. Tonight we're going to talk about Led Zeppelin. And I have, I think, 16 Led Zeppelin bootlegs on vinyl. And after 30 or so videos that I've done so far, I think it's time to start working them into the rotation here. The first one we're going to talk about is called Egg on Your Face. And the cover shows the previous tyrant of the Soviet Union, Joseph Stalin, with an egg broken on his face. Very underground, very creative. And this bootleg originated in Canada. It was on Wonderwall Productions. It first appeared in 1986. And that was right about the time I found this at Quincy Records in Quincy, Massachusetts. Back in the old days, pre-internet, everything was word of mouth. And we had heard that if you look below the racks of records that they have on display, if you look below those racks, there are cardboard boxes with bootleg albums. And sure enough, after I heard that, I looked, both ways, and I checked, and sure as shit, there was a box, and it had some funky looking records in it. And so that's definitely where I got this one, right around 1986. For those of you that don't know what a bootleg is, it's an illegally recorded, illegally distributed record. And they're illegal because the artist doesn't see any money from them because they're not issued on the whatever recording label that they were signed to. They're underground, black market stuff. And I always enjoyed this one. It says it's from, it was recorded in Montreux, Switzerland in 1971, but that is untrue. It was recorded in Montreux, Switzerland, but it was recorded in 1970. That has been verified, that the cover is wrong. You got the back, there's the track listing on the back. It lists Feel Alright right there, which is actually We're Gonna Groove. That was the show opener at this time, before Immigrant Song, I think. I think the third album had just come out. Because on here, I think the only one on here from the third album is Since I've Been Loving You. But this is only a portion of the show. There's only about a dozen songs on this one. Most of them from the first two records, obviously. And I've had this one since the mid-'80s. And let's take a look at the vinyl. There's not much to see. It's a double album. They're white label bootlegs. Nothing but white. No writing on them whatsoever. Very underground. I believe I wrote the Roman numerals on them to tell them the sides apart and the records apart. As a 18 to 19-year-old, and it's a real good sounding one. It's trebly, but it's a very good audience recording. Loud, like I said, the treble is turned up on the high side. But it's one of the better sounding Led Zeppelin bootlegs that I do own. And I don't know if this ever came out on CD. You'd have to do a little bit of looking to find out if this was issued either on cassette or CD. But it's a valuable part of my record collection, and Led Zeppelin fans would pay a little bit of money for these bootlegs. They could be bought and sold for some money. They're pretty sought after. Like I said, it's not something you see every day. And I'm lucky I got a hold of someone I did. All right. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our discussion about Led Zeppelin this evening. And I hope you, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Always on the lookout for a good subscriber. And I will see you guys next week. All right. Good night, you two.